What if I told you that highly focused people don't actually have better brains than you? They don't wake up magically motivated. They don't feel sharp all the time. In fact, many of them struggle with distraction just like everyone else. The difference is not talent, it's habit. Focus is not something you find, it's something you build daily, quietly, through small decisions most people ignore. We talk a lot about productivity like it's about doing more tasks, more hustle, more hours. But real productivity is about clarity, and clarity comes from focus. Without focus, effort scatters. With focus, even small actions compound. Welcome to a deeper look at the daily habits that sharpen focus, not in theory, but in real life. Let's start with the first habit most productive people have. They protect their mornings. Not in a dramatic way, no 5-hour routines, no extreme rituals. They simply avoid chaos first thing in the day. No endless scrolling, no reacting to messages, no starting the day in someone else's urgency. Because the first hour trains your brain how to behave for the rest of the day. If your morning is reactive, your brain stays reactive. If your morning is intentional, your mind follows. The second habit is single tasking, even when it feels slower. Multitasking feels productive, but it's a lie. Every time you switch tasks, your brain pays a cost. Focus fractures, energy leaks. Highly focused people choose one thing and stay with it longer than feels comfortable. They let boredom happen, they let resistance rise, and then they push just a little past it. That's where depth is built. That's where real work happens. The third habit is they decide what matters before the day decides for them. Distraction isn't just phones, it's priorities. If you don't choose what deserves your attention, everything will compete for it. Focused people don't try to do everything. They pick 1 or 2 outcomes that make the day successful and let the rest be secondary. This reduces mental noise. Your brain relaxes when it knows what winning looks like. Another powerful habit is intentional breaks, not constant ones. There's a difference between rest and escape. Scrolling is not rest. It overstimulates the brain and makes returning to focus harder. Focused people step away on purpose, a short walk, silence, deep breathing. They allow their mind to reset instead of flooding it with more input. This keeps focus sharp instead of exhausted. The fifth habit is subtle but critical. They manage their environment, not just their willpower. Willpower is limited. Environment is powerful. Focused people remove friction before it becomes a problem. Notifications are off, workspaces are clean, temptations are placed out of reach. They don't rely on discipline alone. They design their surroundings to support focus automatically. Another habit most people overlook is consistent sleep and body care. Focus is biological. You cannot outwork a tired brain. Poor sleep weakens attention, memory, and decision-making. Productive people respect this, not perfectly, but intentionally. They understand that rest is not laziness, it's maintenance. A sharp mind requires a cared-for body. There's also the habit of starting before you feel ready. Focus often comes after action, not before it. Waiting for motivation keeps you stuck. Focused people begin even when their mind feels scattered. They commit to the first 5 minutes, and once movement starts, the brain aligns. Momentum creates focus. Now here's the deeper part most productivity advice misses. Focused people are comfortable being bored. They don't immediately escape discomfort. They don't need constant stimulation. This trains the brain to stay present. In a world addicted to novelty, the ability to stay with one thing is a competitive advantage. But here's the balance. This is not about becoming rigid or robotic. Focus is not punishment, it's respect. Respect for your time, respect for your energy, respect for what you're trying to build. The real question is not, how do I do more? It's, what deserves my best attention today? When focus becomes a daily habit, productivity stops feeling forced. You're no longer chasing progress, you're creating it, quietly, consistently. So here's your takeaway. Focus is not a personality trait, it's a practice, built through small habits repeated daily. Protect your mornings, choose depth over speed, reduce noise, care for your body. Start even when it's uncomfortable. And most importantly, stop treating your attention like it's unlimited. It's not. Where you place it is where your life grows. Now reflect on this. What habit is stealing your focus the most right now? And which one are you willing to change today? Share your thoughts in the comments. If this helped you see productivity differently, like the video and subscribe. Stay clear, stay disciplined, and keep building.